I'm not like a super fan of how the government has handled most policies designed to help poor people. And I kind of believe that if you could just give people money, they would make good decisions and the market would do its thing. And, I'm very much in favor of lifting up the floor and eliminating poverty. But I'm interested in better ways to do that than what we have tried for the existing social safety net and kind of the way things have been handled.
Type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever. But like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again.
Yeah.
So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just the poor auction. it was absolutely lousy. You know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks up. And what comes back on a Monday, guys, is always distractions. And don't forget, the stock market has options expiring on Friday. But we have GameStop pumping, halted 8 times. And the Rowan Kitty just posts a picture. And all of a sudden, GameStop gets to pumping. And then he just put out a video. You can't make this stuff up. Your life is an illusion, and TV is your reality. We know the only one who can make it pump that fast. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are down. We have the dollar, which is down. And we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo on Friday was $486 billion. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer. And we have a lot of data coming in this week. So, of course, they're going to put out a lot of distractions. But we know this inflation is not going anywhere. But we also know it's an illusion of choice. We know it's a handful of corporations that own everything. And they can lower inflation tomorrow if they wanted to. Remember, higher rates for longer crumbles this economy in order to enable the machines to rise. And I'm going to get into that a little later. But we have Metaplanet makes Bitcoin a reserve asset as Japan's debt mountain grows. And we know Japan's debt is nowhere near the United States. And Japan is holding up this global economy. Yes, the yen is slumping because of the United States. But that's all for a reason. Remember, Japan leaders were brought in to San Francisco to plan out this fourth industrial revolution. And they said right out of their mouths, the robots, algorithms, and drones are going to take over the economy. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale, of course, all up right now. And we have U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs return to net inflows following 4 weeks of outflows. And of course, as the market goes pumps and dumps, so will these ETFs. Now we have Franklin Templeton, CEO, says all ETFs and mutual funds will be on blockchain. And we know that's for a fact. But everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. We know the mission for this digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we know the big one is coming. The boogeyman. North Korean hacker deployed Durian malware targeting crypto firms. And don't forget, as always, the same boogeyman. Even when I was a baby, it was the same boogeyman. This is programming constantly. And then lastly, guys, we have Sam Altman on universal basic income once again. We know he used to talk about it constantly a while ago, and now it comes back up. And we know because the robots, algorithms, and drones are going to rise, we're definitely going to need some type of income to replace it. But remember, if you're relying on the government to feed you, they're definitely going to starve you. And that's the reason why the metaverse is being set up. If I can download you, I can delete you. Everything is becoming artificial. Your food, you receive no nutrients. What do you think is going to happen to the body? And we know 5G is definitely not for the body once they turn it on up. But with the push of stable coins, they will be able to airdrop that free money. But little do the people know, they'll be told what, where, when, and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows, when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.